saying yes to taking the first step. Hey everyone, good morning. So today I am going to go to a nice cafe to get some breakfast and maybe like a matcha latte, my favorite. And then after that I was thinking we could go to a bookstore and check out some books because I'm in need of a new book. Thanks for joining me. Saying yes can be scary. Really, really scary. Especially when you're saying yes to the unknown or to taking a risk. But it can also be really exciting when you're saying yes to trying something that you've always wanted to do or following a passion of yours. Lately, I've been pushing myself to say yes to new experiences, whether it be meeting new people, trying new sports, going on exciting trips I've always wanted to go on, and new job opportunities. I've even said yes to owning a dog. The cute dog you see in these videos is named Mochi, my mini golden doodle who I recently adopted. So I am at Manresa Bakery and they gave me 2 matchas. One matcha I paid for and the other they gave me for free because they wanted to give me a cup that had the Manresa logo on it because they saw that I was filming. And so they're like, okay, this is good brand promo. So good on them, honestly. And now I get 2 drinks instead of 1. I've also been saying yes to sharing my creativity with others. I've always loved being creative and making things, whether it be filming funny videos in my room with friends, cooking and baking with my mom, writing personal narratives, poetry and lyrics, singing covers, especially of Taylor Swift, journaling, doing arts and crafts, and documenting my life through photos, videos, and writing. So this book right here, Funny Story by Emily Henry, is one of my favorite books. Definitely my favorite Emily Henry book, and I highly recommend it if you haven't read it. The characters are really likable, I would say, and the character arc and the growth that happens in this book is awesome, and the plot is really funny too. Also, by the way, we are at Books Inc., and this is my favorite bookstore in Palo Alto. I come here all the time. I used to come here a lot when I was in high school. After school, I'd just like walk over and check out the books. Just a really cozy space. I love hanging out here. And I always feel so at home when I walk in and I smell all the new books. This is another book I really recommend. It's called Real Americans by Rachel Khong, and I love this book. It was honestly one of my favorite books I read this year. Creativity has always been something that I've gravitated toward, and it's often one of the first things I turn to when I have free time. Okay, life is not always artsy because I am now on my way to find some deodorant, so yeah. I love the process of making something from scratch and pouring my time, thought, and energy into a final product that's completely my own. I love being able to step back and say, I made that, and to recognize all of the intentional, creative decisions that went into it. Okay, I just got back, and the book that I ended up getting from Books Inc. is called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And it is a New York Times bestseller, and it gets really good reviews, so I'm super excited to read it. And the book is about 2 friends in college who create a video game together. And the video game is like a super big success, and the book spans like several decades of their friendship and seems to be about connection and identity and just friendship, lots of different things, and I'm super excited to read it, and I will have to let you know what I think of the book. I also love being able to share inspiration and touch other people's hearts through the things that I make. The thought of sharing my creativity with others has been really daunting for me in the past. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to share something I made with others, but I've stopped myself due to fear of judgment. I've held on to things I made for years before even showing a single person. I already like this line. It says, but people, the ordinary, the decent, and basically honest, couldn't get through the day without that one indispensable bit of programming that allowed you to say one thing and mean, feel, even do another. I would doubt what I made and say, well, it's not that good, people won't like it, or I don't really have anything interesting to say, or it'll be too cringe. Basically, I've been too afraid of how people will react or how future me will react to even let myself try. Okay, a salad recommendation for you is kale salad with Parmesan, a lemon olive oil dressing, some red onion, some cherry tomatoes, and capers. It is amazing and you will not regret making it. I love the salad and it is definitely a family favorite. As my friend Michaela once said to me, so many times we disqualify ourselves by not giving ourselves the chance to try. And it's so true. I don't want to disqualify myself from the possibility of doing something that I truly like to do, or gaining new experiences, or making new connections. It is the end of the day, and today was a good day. It was actually my first day, like full day, filming with an actual camera. I'm using the SONY ZV-E1, and I'm also using a 16 to 25 millimeter Sony lens. I didn't have any of this equipment just a few days ago. I invested into a real camera before I was filming with my iPhone. And yeah, I have to say I'm really liking filming with an actual camera and having like such a nice lens and like a great microphone. I was actually going into stores today like Manresa Bread and also BookSync, and in both places people asked me about my camera. They were saying like, oh, are you like in a photography class or something? And I think that some people thought that I might be doing a review on their store and taking like photos and videos for it, but I did not want to come across like I was reviewing their stuff. I was really just trying to, you know, enjoy my day, document life, vlog. And yeah, I really enjoyed having the camera. It really does come across as professional, and I'm not used to that. I was also just journaling. I like to journal pretty frequently. I've been journaling since I was probably 8, so it's been a while. I have so many journals filled with writing from all the way since I was 8, and it is really cool to look back on and remember what my 10-year-old self was thinking of. It's really cool to see growth over the years and also just like remember old memories, which is actually a big reason why I love vlogging. So I was journaling tonight and I was just kind of reflecting on life and where I am right now. There's so many ways that I hope to keep growing in terms of career, in terms of like, yeah, what I see myself doing 5 years from now. In terms of community, in terms of relationships, and I am really looking forward to having more clarity in those areas. I do feel like right now is a time in my life where I'm just like transitioning so much. I just graduated from college. I'm kind of trying to figure out what career path I want to go down. A lot of my friends are moving around to different parts of either the country or just like different parts of California. It just feels like everything is kind of in flux right now. Just a bit of a confusing time, to be honest. I feel like it's cool to document this time of life because I think that, you know, years from now, I can see what life was like in that time of transition, in that time of discovery, curiosity, and like so much possibility. I think it's a really special time of life, even though it's confusing and anxiety provoking sometimes. I'm excited for content creation to be a way for me to share that creativity and share those reflections with people and hopefully just relate to people, relate to 20-something-year-olds who are trying to figure out life. I'm right there with you. I will say that. I am in that boat right now. Good morning, it is time for matcha. It's scary to say yes to putting yourself out there because it leaves you open to the risk of judgment or rejection from others. But if you're doing something that you genuinely enjoy doing and sticking true to your values, then I think the risk is worth it. Even if someone says that they don't like your work or criticize you, At the end of the day, you know that you're doing something that you love, and that's a really beautiful thing. I also think the most growth comes from when we get out of our comfort zones and take risks. We learn more about who we are, what we like, what we're capable of, and we grow in our resilience. And hopefully we have a lot of fun while doing it too. So here I am posting my first videos on YouTube. I hope that it will be a way for me to creatively express myself and share positivity and inspiration. Now I have a question for you. What's one thing that you've always wanted to do? I hope you'll say yes to taking the first step with me.